Hey y'all, what's up? How we doing? I have a question. Have we seen Usher's wife? I think I seen her that time when Usher did the Super Bowl or did something. I don't know if it was inauguration or he did something, and he said something about Beyonce stole his moment. But see, y'all know how Usher is. Usher done had so many wives. I done threw my boots in. I done slammed my hat down. Last I had remembered, he was with that one with that pretty short haircut, and then something had happened in the uh, sex life or whatever, and I guess that was part of the reason for the divorce or something. I'm not sure. It was a long time ago when he was with her or whatever, and I know he had Tamika and that woman that I'm speaking of now. Is this his like third marriage or something like that? So I seen her, but I didn't see her. I wasn't paying attention to her because it was another Usher getting married moment, and I was past that or whatever. Cause Usher was my crush when I was younger. I thought I was his wife or whatever, but it never did come to pass. So I went on from that. So every time I hear about Usher having a new wife, I just throw the remote control down and turn my head and holler up. But I was trying to figure out if we seen the new wife. I seen her the other night when I was scrolling through. I think I might have been. I don't know if I was on Facebook or if I was on TikTok. But y'all know I'm on these social media streets, and I'm turning my car from left to right. I'm turning my wheel, and I'm pressing plenty gas. And I seen her. I don't know if she's a white woman or if she's mixed with something, and she got long, dark brown hair, but I know she's Usher's wife. And so they had did a video together, him and his wife, and they were kissing by the fountains, and they was doing a little dance, and they had the music behind them, and they looked like they were really enjoying each other and having a good time. And when I went up under the comment sections, oh boy, you already know what was going on. Them women was eating that woman alive. They was eating that woman up. Poor woman ain't even done nothing to nobody but married Usher. And she got to get eaten up regardless of what she looked like, regardless of what genetics she have, regardless of who made her, regardless of why she has this and that going, or her features aren't as explosive as we would like for them to be. They chewed that woman alive and spit out bones. Them women was furious. He could have done better than that. Now Usher know daggone well this who he married. She don't even look like nothing. This what he wanted. Oh, he done found something else. She don't even got no face to her. Just eating that poor woman up. So I had wanted to just do this video basically on the behalf of her. Because it don't make no sense how that woman got ate up because she was able to marry Usher. That woman got ate alive. They said they called that woman everything but a child of God up underneath them comments talking about that woman. When I saw her, I mean, in some aspects, they were right. Like, to me, if I had to put it in the same aspect, because I can see over some things. If I had to put it in the aspect that they were putting it in, I would have just chalked it up to, she just didn't seem like nothing that he would marry. But I wouldn't have chalked it up to she was kibbles and bits. I wouldn't have wronged her because he chose her. I just would have chalked it up to, oh, okay, well, I thought maybe, whatever. But that ain't what happened. They ate that woman alive on that post, y'all. And so, this is my thing, right? Because I want to show y'all the picture. But even with the picture, there's a focal point in the picture. And this has to do with men. This has to do with real men. Let me say this. And I did a video similar to this before, all the way down my archives or whatever. Let me help you get inside the mind of a man. You know, a lot of times, you'll see men, right, that are deemed as players, or, they can have any woman they want. You see men deemed as a lot of these things, and they get what they want. And you've seen them with every type of woman of their choice, to women that damn near look like models or celebrities, even if he's just a regular person. When real men, and I'm speaking on real men, so don't come on my comment box with this, because if you do, I'm assuming something else going on here. But this is about real men. And I am good friends with a lot of real men, from here in Illinois to Georgia to Nashville to Florida to Tennessee, all over the place that I have been. I have been able to make bonds and form bonds with real men, so I know how real men think. Women, we got to ditch out our way of understanding, or what we see, or what we think should be happening, or who we think somebody should be dealing with, or who we think ain't good enough for the family. We got to get rid of that type of stuff, because in the picture we're missing the focal point. The focal point is that your son married that woman, she makes him happy. Your nephew married that lady, she makes him happy. Your cousin married that woman because she makes him happy, period, point blank. Regardless of what she looks like, regardless of if she doesn't fit your profile, regardless of. You ain't gotta sleep with her. You just gotta eat with her. He gonna sleep with her, so what difference does it matter to you? We so hooked on what somebody look like. We so hooked on what somebody driving. We so hooked on all these things, the must-haves. But these other women that he chose that had all of these looks and had all of these must-haves and they wasn't feeding his soul. They wasn't quenching no thirst. They wasn't doing anything. A lot of real men, like I said, you will see them when they're dating, in their dating phases, in their late 30s and 40s and 50s. You will see them time from time with a lot of different women. And like I said, these women look like celebrities. They look like models. They look like this. They look like that. But when he goes to settle down, they be totally the opposition of a celebrity. They be totally the opposition of a star. We have to keep in mind that men are smart, and they do their own calculations. They don't calculate and equal out and roll the receipt on what we roll the receipt on. They don't work like that. He'll let celebrities and stars go by, but when he gets ready to settle down, he's looking for something else. Now, looks are a part of the equation. He has to be attracted to her in some type of way. He has to be able to wake up to her. But it's not the biggest part of the pie as we would like to think it is. When he goes to settle down, a real man now, he has his own formula about what he's looking for. He got his own math going. He the one sitting up at the desk late at night with the calculator hitting numbers, is she going to be a headache? Is she going to be a hinder? Is she going to get in the way of what I'm trying to do? Is she going to bring me peace? Or is she going to bring me war? See, men, I keep telling y'all, a lot of women, you can't even begin to understand the way a man thinks. He want to know, can he rest at night? Is she up going through his wallet? Is she up in his pants? Is she trying to mess his credit up? Is she trying to walk off with everything that he done built? And 6 months later, is she going to file for a divorce and take half, and she ain't even been here for none of it? And 18 years later or 22 years later, is she going to walk off from me and file some type of motion to get $144 million? And she wasn't even around when I went to school, when I went and got a master's degree, when I built this. Men are different type of creatures. And I hate to expose them. I hate to start exposing the secret. But it's time that people start looking at what they looking at if you want to be a wife to anybody. It does not matter about what you look like. They don't care about that. They want to know if they can come home and get some sleep. They want to know if they can come home and eat. They want to know if they can come home and get some good loving. They want to know if they can come home and everything be all right. That's all they want. Men are very, very simple, but this is what people don't understand. And I've dealt with a lot of them to know. Whether in the bed or out the bed, I've dealt with a lot enough to know. A lot of men, when they come down to pursue, they are very simple. They don't like all that extra stuff. And let me say this. They was on there dogging that woman. But let me tell y'all something. The women that y'all have seen these men with in their late 30s and 40s and 50s, when y'all see them get with somebody else that's not extraordinary, oh, he could have kept Tamika for all of that. Tamika looked way better. It's not about no looks. It's about Tamika was more problematic. That's what it was about. She was more problematic. Men already have an idea of what they're looking for before they even approach a woman. They already know what's going on. Is she going to steal my peace, or is she going to be my peace? What is she here to do? And once he gets a whiff of her, he already knows where he's placing her. He ain't worried about no looks. And if you think the ladies that you see him with in his late 40s and 50s were superstars that he let go, I'm here to tell you, you ain't saw nothing. Oh, he had a collection that was way better than that, baby. That was bad, baby. He had a whole marble collection of women. I can say this for every man from state to state, to city to city, town to town. When they was up and down the street, riding down to Atlanta, going to the Freaknik, when they was riding up and down the street, going to Indiana, going to the Circuit City Coca-Cola Classic, when they was rolling down to New Orleans, when they was rolling down to Myrtle Beach, them folks had put some masterpieces together. I done seen a few of them. I can't believe till some of this day, they done let some of them go. For women that we deem is not up to our standings. But see, they was the ones dealing with them when we saw them. All we saw was Louis Vuitton purses. All we saw was Benz Mercedes driving. All we saw was red bottom high heels. He went in there. He already knew she was problematic with her nurse's degree. He already knew what was going on with her being the head honcho of HR. He already knew she was problematic. Just because women are beautiful, just because women have a certain title, that don't exempt them from not fitting the profile. That does not exempt them from not being crazy. If we basing women, if we basing on who somebody should have got with, because they don't look like nothing, we in trouble here, and we headed for destruction, and we headed for destruction soon. I don't understand why us as women is always in competition with other women. These are your sisters. And sisters is bringing something to the table. All of them funky and fly. Instead of us embracing the difference, the uniqueness, what we could come together and share, we don't do that. We start competing, we start cutting down, we start renovating, we start taking out, we start moving away. And that's where we going wrong at, because now we're getting destructive. I have been around men all my life. I grew up with them, from my dad having a motorcycle club, from brothers and sisters, brothers being in the dope game, men that I've met on my own. I've been around a lot of men in my lifetime, men that I have dealt with. One thing that I can tell you about a real man, and I'm talking about a real man, I ain't even talking about none of the other stuff that we would like to bring in the equation. I'm talking about real straight men. One thing that I have always admired and noticed about a real man, something that we need to learn to do and adapt, a formula we need to get from them. I've been from club to club. I've been from hole in the wall. I've been all these places. One thing that I can say about a man, he ain't got no problem giving another man a compliment. And he ain't coming on no fruity business. This a real man. Man walk up. Man, hey bro, is them snake skins? Oh yeah, dude, these snake skins. Man, fire. Oh man, yeah, I got these downtown on 16th and Mark. You know, that little place right there. Yeah, man. Go in there and tell them I sent you. Okay, thank you, man. Oh, man. That's a New York Yankees hat. I ain't never seen no print like that before, man. That's all right there. Oh, man, I bought this hat. Hey, go in there. Hey, man, they got all kind of stuff. They got all kind of stuff you like. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm plugged in with the dude. Like, just tell him I sent you and tell him my name, and he'll cut you a sweet deal. Men that's confident in themselves, real men. I've seen real men that's so confident in themselves, they walk up to some of my male friends that I've been best friends with in different cities and different states. Hey, man, what's that cologne you got on? Oh, this such and such, this Martois tweet. Man, that smell good, Jack. I'm going to get me a bottle of that. He trying to attract the women. Why, my friend attracted who he attracted. Real men that know who they are, they ain't moved by nothing, and they ain't moved by nobody. But I just wanted to come on here and speak on the behalf of that woman, because they tearing that woman up all because she don't look like nothing. Do you gotta rub her toes in the middle of the night? Do you gotta rub her back? Do you gotta hear about her crying about her day went? If you don't have to do none of these things, other than jealousy and envy, what is it?